number 25, Megan Hart. And a senior guard, number 11, Olivia Bissett. The Panthers are coached by John Larange. And now your starters for the Centaurs. A senior guard, number 1, Alexa Peachy. A sophomore forward, number 13, Alex Cloutier. A senior forward, number 15, Caitlin Berlin. A senior guard, number 4, Peyton Saracena. And a junior forward, number 33, Arissa Boardman. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Will Fleeton. At this time, I ask that you please rise as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem here at Woodstock Academy as we get ready for some basketball. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs and the Plainfield Panthers ready to go at it on the girls' basketball court.
Mark, every time I hear the national anthem played in Alumni Fieldhouse, it really does my heart good that we get to hear that.
Yes.
And we get to see them play. And two of my former players, Trent Peters and Todd Blodgett. Todd's an assistant coach for Coach Fleeton, and Trent is the assistant athletic director here. Seeing them with their hands over their heart, doing the things that they do for our school, it's wonderful. It really is.
Set to go, Arissa Boardman and Megan Hart, and Allison Conger, I should say, going for the opening tip here at Woodstock Academy. Our officials today
are Quentin Pitt and Kevin Wilder.
And I think Kevin is the one who's going to put up the jump ball to start this ball game. And underway, Boardman wins it, gets it to Peachy. Peachy up ahead quickly, looks to Cloutier, back across court, and Peyton Saracena could not get the shot to fall, got the rebound, but it's taken away by Conger. And back we go the other way with Olivia Bissett. 5'5", senior guard for the Panthers. She'll be taking on Caitlin Berlin. Over on to the left side with the basketball, Carly Belisle. Belisle brings it back to the top of the key. Everybody switches around. Conger setting up that screen. Megan Hart with the basketball for Plainfield on the elbow extended. Bring it out to Conger over on the right side against Boardman. They give the basketball over to Irons. Hannah Irons with the basketball. Left side again, just outside the arc is Hart. She tries to dribble inside, tossed it back out to Irons. Irons picks it up near half court. Irons gets a little help out there from Bissett, drives over to the right side. Jumper is a no good. Rebound goes out. Peachy saved it and get it back over to Cloutier.
Good defensive set by Woodstock in their traditional man-to-man defense.
This is Saracena over on the right side for Woodstock Academy. Leads the team in three-pointers this year. 4 3-pointers in her first 2 games. Peachy from 3, buried it. Alexa Peachy.
And that's going to get Plainfield out of their 2-3 defense if they keep hitting those.
For Peachy, that's her second 3-pointer of the season. With the basketball is Hart on the elbow. Right around the free throw line, dishes it back out to Belisle. Jumper backside, no good. Rebound Saracena off to Boardman. And back we go the other way for the Centaurs, up by 3 early on here. Here's Alexa Pesci, right side, gives it to Saracena, top of the key. Dumps it to the free throw line to Cloutier, back outside Berlin. Up on top, Saracena. Over on the right wing, Pesci. Well, she buried 1 3 already. Over on the deep on the right side, here's a 3 for Boardman, and she bangs it home.
As I said in the pregame, Mark, she can hit.
Third 3 of the season for Orissa Boardman. And a 6-0 lead for Woodstock Academy. With the basketball, Hannah Irons, a sophomore guard, gives it up to Bissett. Bissett lets to drive on Boardman. Nice block by Boardman, but they got it over to Conger. Can't convert. Rebound comes down to Boardman along the baseline, and back come the Centaurs. Up by 6 on a pair of 3s. With the basketball, Boardman over on that right side. She'll take it if you're going to give it to her.
Right.
Hart comes out to defend. They dump it back into the paint to Boardman, and that one, gets a fortuitous roll.
A nice pass in there from Cloutier to the cutting Boardman. So Boardman shows she can do it inside and outside.
5 points already for the junior. Hart at the elbow, give it off to Irons, but the ball was knocked away by Saracena. Led the team, was one of the top in steals last year with 17. Basketball over to Boardman, cross line to Saracena over on the right. Saracena tried to dribble on Irons, has to bring it back out with the left. Back out to the logo. Saracena looks to drive to her right side. Saracena steps outside the arc. This is Berlin. Tosses over on the left side. Boardman from 3. Got it!
My.
Oh, net!
Get a TO, coach.
It's 11-0 in favor of the Centaurs. Couple of 3-pointers by Boardman, 1 by Pesci. Boardman led the team with, like I said, 11 point per game average. She's close to that already.
She's got 8, Mark.
In the first 4 minutes of this game.
Got a timeout.
And we do have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. 4:34 to go here in the first quarter. The score, Woodstock Academy 11 and Plainfield nothing.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And a steal off the inbounds pass for Woodstock Academy. Here's an interesting stat for you, Greg. The Centaurs have outscored their opposition 34-0 right now because they scored the last 23 points of their game against Lyman and the first 11 against Plainfield.
Right.
That's a 34-0 run. Here's a steal underneath by Irons. And lost it. Managed to keep it right along the sideline. Gives it up. Bounce pass from Belial. She got it to Conger. Jumper is no good. Backside. Rebound Megan Hart trying to turn against Berlin and does against the basket. And actually it was Cloutier on the defense there, but Hart got the basket. And is that a mask break? Yes.
So that was Hart?
That was Hart inside. Megan Hart, 5'8" senior forward.
And that's that weak side rebound is something that you never, ever want to give up. You've got to find your player on the weak side of the basket so when the shot goes up that there's not somebody cherry picking on the other side of the basket.
There's very limited coaching that is supposed to be done during mask breaks. We will point that out. Okay, it's supposed to be basically just a break.
Yep.
Although if a player goes over toward the coach to get a drink of water or something, and you can say a few words.
Well, Will Fleeton will take his chances and make the most of those.
Oh, absolutely. I know Alexa Pesci went over there to get a little drink of water, and probably a few words were mentioned between the two.
Maybe a word or two.
Yep. So 11-2, 3:50 left to go here in the first quarter.
They answered that question. Plainfield's going to go full court man.
So Belial and Irons.
It's a 1-2-2.
Yeah, is it a 1 or is it a 3-2 almost? They got 3 up there. That is a 1-2-2. Almost man.
Got to get in the middle.
Almost man press.
As Saracena's
over to the right side against Irons.
There's a
bounce
diagonal
pass to Pesci. Peachy goes left side lane, kicks it back out to Boardman. Boardman just inside maybe about a 10-footer that would not go. Rebound comes down to Hart for Plainfield. And she gives it up to Carly Belisle, the 5'1 junior guard. Belisle bringing it up against Peachy. Reach in there, might have gotten caught.
Yep, she did.
It's Caitlin Berlin on the reach. That'll be her first team
on
for
Peachy.
Is it Peachy? Well,
yep.
Okay. I thought it was
called the
Berlin.
reach.
I thought it was Berlin myself, but could be wrong, as the saying goes. I guess I was wrong because it's the official who made the call.
Sadie Susie checks in for the Centaurs.
Belisle will take it out for the Panthers. Also in for the Panthers is number 5, Morgan Janisch. Here's a jumper from Bissett. It's no good. Rimmed in and out. Rebound comes down to Irons. Her jumper inside. No good on the follow. Rebound. And a basket is good. Is that Hart? No, that's Janisch, number 5.
And that's what you can't have happen. That's a weak side rebound that led to an easy 2.
4-point run here for the Panthers all of a sudden, 11-4. Susie with the basketball. Right side is Saracina. Saracina outside the arc, and she'll dribble it back out. Reset things as she withdraws to the logo. Top of the key.
Now against the 2-3, Mark, you want inside touches.
Peachy for 3. Rimmed in and out. Rebound. Boardman on the follow. Puts it down. Arissa's feeling it tonight.
She's got such soft touch.
13-4, 9-point lead for the Centaurs on their home floor. With the basketball, Hannah Irons. Over on the left side is Olivia Bissett for Plainfield. Working her way against Susie. Bounce pass to Janisch. Ball went through her hands. Retrieved before it went out. Got it back over to Bissett. Bissett dribbling around the top. Bissett goes to her left. Dumps it down low to Irons. Irons back outside. Bissett looks at the 3. She was out at the prep 3 line.
Yep.
Jumper by Belisle. It comes up short. Rebound to Janisch, and it got knocked away by Boardman and picked up by Cloutier.
Cloutier does a nice job just being where she needs to be.
And there's a nice bounce pass by Susie inside to Boardman. The ball was partially deflected, I think. Rebound came out to the Panthers. Belisle going the other way.
Help.
Baseline move by Belisle. A little hard, I'd say. Rebound was knocked away by Cloutier, picked up by Saracina.
I like that Peyton hasn't picked up her first
Boardman
yet.
for 3. Another one. Arissa Boardman. What's the scoring record?
13. She's got 13 so far in this
6
first quarter.
16-4 in favor of the Centaurs. Whoa. How many threes? Is that 4?
3.
3 threes? Okay, I'm sorry. You sure? Yeah, that makes sense.
3 threes, 2
3 threes,
twos.
2 twos. Belisle with the basketball for Plainfield. 1:11 left to go here in this first quarter. It's Boardman 13, Panthers 4. There's a jumper by Irons that's short. Rebound, Boardman. She's everywhere.
And she's bringing the ball down the floor.
That too. Uh-oh. Well, maybe a little over anxious on that one. Double dribble.
Well, you let your senior do that.
Yep.
And now she's taking a little bit of a break.
Well, about a 54-second break. That's well-deserved. Let's put it that way.
And Regan Reynolds checks in for the Centaurs. I like this freshman. I like the freshman Reynolds and the way she plays.
Regan Reynolds has averaged in the first 2 games 4 points per game. That foul goes against the number. Was that Cloutier?
Yes.
Who picked that up? That'll be her first.
Team second.
But Reynolds has averaged 4 points a game in her first 2 and has had a couple of 3-pointers already this season. And
she's just learning how to play the game at this level with her teammates.
At this level, it gets quicker, especially at the varsity level. You got it skipping from the 8th grade to the varsity, and it is a little quicker. There's no question. Bodies are a little bigger. It's a little bit more physical. Over in that corner is Bissett for 3, and she does not get it. Rimmed in and out. Rebound comes down. Panthers fighting for it. Or was it Belisle? No, it was number 24, Madeline Nordstrom, who came down with the ball, and I think they called jump ball back to Plainfield.
And that was Cloutier in there fighting for that rebound. And, Mark, the question that I had going into this game, is Woodstock going to be aggressive? They answered it.
Yeah, they're aggressive tonight.
Right.
Of course, it's nice when you have a player score 13 points, too.
Right.
There's no question about that. Carly Belisle will take it out for the Panthers. Looks to bounce it in somewhere. Nice defense by the Centaurs. Belisle gets it back, goes inside the arc, tosses it inside, and taken away by Cloutier.
Saracina on the block.
With the basketball is Layla McKinnon. to Saracena over the top of McKinnon. Went right to Regan Reynolds. Saracena to Cloutier. Cloutier looks down inside, cannot get a flashing McKinnon. The ball was knocked away by Plainfield, picked up by the Panthers, Belial, and that will end the first quarter of play. But it was a very good first quarter of play, especially if your name was Arissa Boardman. She scored 13 of the 16 points. The Centaurs lead 16-4.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Connecticut. In almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. You know, it's interesting that we run that commercial about officials because it's been tough to find them this year.
Absolutely.
Because of the pandemic and the situation, there are some who are, probably a little uncomfortable going into a high school and doing these games. So a little tougher. So we're happy to have the officials that we do.
And we're seeing some new faces.
Yes, we are.
And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. We're getting new people to come in and show what they can do at this level.
Cloutier with the basketball over on the left side. Goes over to Regan Reynolds, the freshman. Saracena, top of the key. Bounces to the right side of the lane. Kind of tied up as she drove in. Jump ball called as she was tied up by Olivia Bissett. And the ball will go back over to Plainfield. 16-4 in favor of the Centaurs as we start second quarter play. Right now it'd be pretty easy to pick a star of the game.
Absolutely.
This is Hannah Irons with the basketball. Gives it up to Olivia Bissett. Bissett with that right-hand dribble against Sadie Susie. Now to the left. Brings it back to the top. Gives it up to Hannah Irons. Saracena quickly pops out.
In the pregame, we talked about how good Bissett is. I don't see her name on the scoring sheet.
Nope. They've held Plainfield pretty much at bay. Bissett gives that one up to Belial. Back out to Bissett. Looks at the three, then tossed it across. Nice pass to Hart, but Hart could not convert the bunny, and it goes out of bounds back over to the Centaurs. If you're Plainfield, you got to get those to fall.
Yeah, Caitlin Berlin started on Bissett, and now Sadie Susie's doing the job. Those two Centaurs have done a very nice job at holding Bissett in check.
Susie to McKinnon. 5'6" sophomore guard bringing the ball down the floor. Reach in, stolen away by Irons, and here comes the Panther to lay it up and in. Off the steal. 16-6 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Peyton Saracena with the basketball. This is Berlin, or Cloutier, I should say. Back out to Saracena. So Susie, Cloutier, McKinnon, Reynolds, and Saracena out there for the Centaurs. Dumped down in to McKinnon. Kind of partially blocked, let's put it that way, on that one by the Panthers. Olivia Bissett got a hand on it. Last touched by the Panthers. It'll go back over to Woodstock Academy.
Ellie Nunes checks in for the Centaurs. So Coach Fleeton's using his whole bench.
He is. Well, you can when you have a 10-point lead. Saracena just inside the arc, puts it up and rimmed in and out. Rebound could not be pulled down by Reynolds. Got it back, but I think she touched the baseline. And it will go back over to the Panthers.
Nope,
back to the Centaurs. Okay.
I think one of the Panthers was on the baseline.
Someone was.
And touched the ball.
Yeah, couldn't, but he was pointing the other way. That's the reason why I thought, and I think even the Plainfield coach thought it was going their way. Ball out of bounds.
Do we have a
and
foul?
A foul? I think so, yes. On
1-1.
number 11 for Olivia Bissett. That'll be her first for
Team's
the Panthers.
First.
And Reynolds will take it out for the Centaurs. First of two games this week for the Centaurs girls that we will broadcast. Jumper it was a three.
Susie
for three. I didn't think it was I thought she might have had her foot on the line, but they say three. We'll take it. 19-4.
And look at McKinnon playing D.
Fifth three-pointer of the game, I do believe, for the Centaurs.
Correct.
Bissett from 3, no. Rebound comes down to Conger, back outside to Irons. Jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Reynolds.
Regan Reynolds with the box out mark. That was a thing of beauty.
Saracena to bring it down the floor. Over to the left side now. Gets a little help from Susie. Dump down low on the screen. They got it inside. Turnaround is no good. Rebound comes down to the Centaurs. I think that was Cloutier inside, but she could not get it to a teammate. Taken away by the Panthers. By Hart. Back we go the other way.
Look at that
inside, knocked out.
You know, I think Regan Reynolds just showed what they want to do. She wanted to go right. Hart wanted to go right. And Regan Reynolds says, nope, you're going to have to go left. You're going to have to use your weekend.
Well, Boardman got more than a 54-second rest. It was more like a 3-minute rest. She comes back out with those 13 points already scored. Centaurs have scored only 3 since she exited. With the basketball is Bissett, and is that a 3-second? It is.
3-second call on
Hart. Yep.
And my bad on that last one. That was Conger that Regan Reynolds D'd up.
Basketball is Saracena. Over to McKinnon. Bounce pass ahead to Boardman. Boardman down this right side, right to the lane, puts up the runner. A little hard. Rebound, bounces out. Hart is in the middle of the scrum along with Susie and Reynolds, I should say. Jump ball will go back over to should be the Centaurs, or is it the Panthers?
No, it should be the Centaurs.
The arrow, unless they've already changed the arrow, because Plainfield's going over to take it out. No,
it's white ball.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I'm looking at the arrow, and they've got Plainfield over, ready to take it out. I'm like, that's not where the arrow is going. So Susie will take it out for the Centaurs. Up by 13 points here. 4:59 left to go in the first half. McKinnon to Susie, just inside the arc. Her runner, no good. Rebound Conger. Over to Bissett.
That's a good designed inbounds play by Coach Fleeton. Susie got a good look at the hoop.
With the basketball, Irons.
Ooh.
Belial has McKinnon all over her. Belial bounce pass to Hart inside, but it will not go. It was kind of I wouldn't say deflected. Jump ball will go back over to the Panthers. Not deflected, but just maybe adjusted by Boardman is a better way of putting it. I think she actually gave a little body there and kind of moved her off the bucket.
Hart made the cardinal mistake of bringing the ball down, and Caitlin Berlin just took it from her for her to jump ball.
Irons with the basketball. Over to Belial. Right side runner is no good. Rebound comes out and picked up there, tossed ahead by the Centaurs, knocked out of bounds after the Berlin rebound, but it will stay, I do believe, with Woodstock Academy.
Somebody like Olivia Bissett who scores, the longer she goes without scoring, the more she's going to push.
Yep,
the more she's going to press.
Susie tosses it into Boardman. Boardman from 3. Oh, a little hard.
That was a good look.
It was a great look. And now the Orissa has to make sure not to get a little over-aggressive on the shooting, if you know what I'm saying. She knows she scored 13 points. She doesn't have to be told. And I think, you got to make sure that the shot is there. That one was a good shot. No question. A little hard.
Yep.
Out of bounds to the Centaurs underneath. Saracena from 3. Nope, front side rim. Rebound comes down to Hart. Gives it up to Bissett. She'll bring it down the floor against Susie. Bounce pass inside to the elbow. That's Hart in the lane. Tosses over to Conger. Conger sees it bounce off her knee. McKinnon with the loose ball up ahead to Saracena. On the run, and Saracena gets 2.
Peyton Saracena has a mass break. Peyton Saracena has a gear that most other people don't have.
And we'll take a break as well with a mask break here. The Centaurs up on top of the Panthers, 21-6.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
21-6 in favor of Woodstock Academy over Plainfield, and I think I started to say that this is the first of 2 that we'll have for the Woodstock Academy girls this week. We'll also bring you on Friday Woodstock Academy against Turtle Lot right here, 6 o'clock start. I do believe, for that one.
And we'll be playing teams in our region.
Yes.
We won't be taking trips down to Stonington or East
NFA
Lyme
or East Lyme or Bacon Academy or anything like that.
No.
We're staying here.
To cut down on the bus rides, to cut down on the exposure.
Yep. And you keep it regional, I guess as the saying goes, because different regions have different rates of infection. So they're trying to keep it in those, if the sport allows for it. And most sports in the winter, I should say, do. So from that point of view, they're just, it's basically down south to Griswold, out west to Lyman or Wyndham, whichever you prefer. And then everything else is up here.
And it's great. It's kind of like the QVC again.
It really is the QVC all over again. Jumper is no good. Rebound comes down. That was on Janusz on the rebound. Missed the shot. Rebound for the Centaurs. Saracena. Travel call against the Centaurs. Will go back to the Panthers.
Saracena locked up that rebound, but when she fell to the floor, your feet move, and that's a travel.
That is a travel. With the basketball, Belial taking it out. Bounce pass inside to Janusz, and she gets the point. Boardman was either going to foul her or let her get the basket.
Right.
Is what it comes down to. She had the position. 21-8 in favor of the Centaurs after the basket. Stolen up top by Belial. And back we go, and Belial cannot get the layup. Rebound comes down. Berlin had it ripped out of her hands, but the Centaurs will retain possession. Coming back in will be Regan Reynolds for the Centaurs. She'll replace Arissa Boardman.
And Coach LaRange from Plainfield is trying to fire up his team by playing full court man.
Sadie Susi with the basketball, bringing it down that right side. Susi got help when the defender falls down. Gives it up to Reynolds. Back over to Susi. Cross court. Knocked away and out of bounds. And this was
Good
going
call.
right by me and rolling behind us and coming your way, Coach. That one went right around the broadcast area. Started on the left and ended up on the right. In for the Panthers will be Irons replacing Belial.
Mark, I love the way McKinnon plays D. Look at her.
Yep.
She's down and ready.
And Reynolds adds a spark to this team, too, the freshman.
Absolutely.
She's down on the ground all the time, chasing the loose balls and everything. I think Will Fleeton likes her style. I really do.
Yep.
Hart with the basketball, driving to the right side. Stopped a little bit by Berlin. Has to give it up to Janusz, who tossed it into nowhere land, and Woodstock Academy will come back with the basketball.
You have to have trouble with between McKinnon, 24, and Regan Reynolds, number 5. Their body types are very similar. The height is similar. The ponytails are similar.
Emma Corsu checks into the game for Woodstock Academy. Here's Pesci with the basketball. The one nice thing is that Reynolds has only one number to her name, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Number 5 as opposed to 24. Pesci with the basketball, left side, back to McKinnon, top of the key. This is Reynolds from 3. No, a little hard, a little backside.
Look at her dive.
Irons could not corral the rebound, but the Panthers do. Bissett comes out of the fray and will bring it down the floor. Bissett with that right-hand dribble takes the 3 and front side rims it. Rebound Janusz for Plainfield, puts it back up, no good. Rebound Hart had it, lost it, got it ripped away by Reynolds. Up ahead to McKinnon. Tried to get it over to Pesci, taken away by Bissett. The pass a little long. And Bissett was there on the backside. Bissett for Plainfield. Little trap there between 4 players. That's Janusz. Back outside Hart. And lost the control of the basketball, knocked away. It'll stay in Plainfield's possession. Was knocked away out there by Berlin. Berlin, the 5'6" guard, senior, averaging 2.5 points a game for the Centaurs.
And great student. I had her as a sophomore in government and politics, and she just did a phenomenal job.
Don't you love that?
Yes, I do.
Even good students are great. There's no question about that. Great athletes are nice, but good students are good too,
Yep.
Turnaround jumper is no good by Conger. Got it back, her own rebound. Trying to fight her way through a double team. Berlin ties her up. Jump ball back to Plainfield. Yeah, Berlin wasn't going to give up.
No.
But the Panthers get the ball back, trailing by 13 points. 1:27 left to go here in the first half. Dump the ball down outside. That's Belial, tosses it inside. Conger partially blocked there, by
Corsu.
Yeah, it was Corsu who got her hands in it, the 5'9" sophomore forward. And into the game, is this Emma Nunes, I should say?
Yep.
Underneath the basket for Plainfield again. Last touch by Woodstock Academy. Knocked right back to Bissett. I don't want this. I'm standing out of bounds.
Right.
Goes
But
back
that's
over to
what you
Woodstock
teach.
Academy.
You teach your inbounder to get in bounds as soon as you let go of the
Absolutely.
ball.
Yep.
Because that happens more than you would think.
Pesci with the basketball for the Centaurs.
Nice hezzy.
Dribbles right around Belial. Gives it down low back to McKinnon. Back outside. That's Nunes. Back over to Pesci. Up on top, Reynolds. Down to the elbow. And the jumper by McKinnon was partially tipped. I think they're blocked, whatever you want to call it. Ball goes out of bounds off of Plainfield. Janusz was the last player to touch that one.
Oh, and I
Hartwood
had
checked back
Arissa
in.
Boardman in U.S. history and Alexa Pesci in government and politics. Let's see, who else? We'll get them all.
There you go. I had Arissa Boardman in Latin. Don't go there. McKinnon with the basketball and a travel violation against the Centaurs. Go back over to Plainfield in the final minute of play. Carnley Belial, 5'1" junior guard for Plainfield. 6 points against the Griswold Wolverines. Hart scored 11 to lead the Panthers in that win over Griswold. Jumper is up and good, and that will be Hannah Irons, number 14, who buried that one. 21-10 in favor of Woodstock. Pesci, nice little behind the back dribble.
Go back door.
McKinnon from three, off the top of the backboard, back out to Irons. Irons stops, pops from the elbow. No good. Rebound. Pesci battling with Irons. Pesci comes away with it. 2 people on her. Irons rips it away, and a foul from behind. Probably on Alexa Pesci.
Yep, her second. Team's fourth?
Yep. Not a lot of fouls. No free throws, right?
No.
No, nobody from the free throw line yet.
Team's third, excuse me.
So Plainfield basketball. Will they play for one here with 14 seconds? Bounce pass inside. Turnaround is up and no good by Hart. Ball comes back out to the Centaurs. Up ahead, Regan Reynolds. Got it over to McKinnon. McKinnon, top of the, tried to get it back to the free throw line. Ball was knocked away. Here comes Belial. Her layup is no good. Panthers have missed one too many layups today.
Yes.
There's no question about that.
Yeah, it's hard to get back in the game.
Yeah, and when you can't, the layups are not falling. We've played one half of basketball. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs up on top of the Plainfield Panthers, 21-10.
Fresh. That's the thought that goes into everything that Grill 37 serves. Grill 37 takes pride in every step of bringing a delicious meal to your dinner plate. All steaks are certified Angus beef, hand-cut in-house. Grill 37 takes the time to make all of its soups, stocks, sauces, and dressings by hand. Nothing comes from a can, and it's a difference you can taste. It's Grill 37, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret. For reservations, call 860-315-5640.
We saved you a seat. The Woodstock Academy has received a generous gift to replace the seats in our new Center for the Arts on South Campus. We're now selling individual seats to raise money for additional improvements throughout the center, and funds from purchased seats will go directly to this effort. Seats are $200 each and can be purchased in groups, making them a nice option for a family or as gifts. Each seat has the opportunity for custom recognition that will be displayed in the armrest. Seats can be purchased online at www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. That's www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. Each gift is tax deductible, and seats can be dedicated as an individual, couple, or family, for your children, grandchildren, or parents, in memory of a loved one, with the name of your business, organization, or community group, or one of many other options. If you have questions, please contact me, John Sturdivant, at 860-928-6575, extension 1211.
And welcome back to Woodstock Academy, the Alumni Fieldhouse. And by the way, if you haven't voted already, go to eccathletics.org and vote for this week's Eastern Connecticut Conference Athlete of the Week. And you only have one vote, and that's Garen Favreau.
And you can vote with any device.
Correct.
So each device you can vote one time.
Well, what I mean
your
by
phone, your iPad,
right.
your computer.
Correct.
One vote each.
What I mean by you only have one vote is there's only one good vote to have.
Right. And it's the one in blue and gold.
Yeah, of course.
And the correct blue, not that Bacon Academy blue and gold.
The blue and gold of Woodstock Academy.
Correct.
Garen Favreau, last week he had the game-winning goal against Tri-Town in overtime, and then a shorthanded goal also against Northeastern, which kind of tied the game, and then Nick Chubbuck came up with a couple of goals to give Woodstock Academy a win there. And by the way, if all goes according to plan, we will be broadcasting, believe it or not, one of the last games that Woodstock Academy will play this season, and that'll be next Saturday. Might be the last game that they'll play, and that'll be next Saturday against Rocky Hill over at the Rose Garden Arena in Norwich. That game at about 7:15 at night. We have plans to broadcast that game as well as the girls' game earlier in the day. So we'll try to bring them both to you live from Norwich. It's a little bit more tricky as far as technology is concerned, but then again, technology is always tricky in my department. What can I tell you? You have some announcements for us?
I do.
All righty.
From Miss Amy Favreau, mother of Garen. This is for students outside the sending towns of Woodstock, Brooklyn, Union, Eastford, and Canterbury. Are welcome to apply. We're having academy tours. Register for your personalized tour of Woodstock Academy at www.woodstockacademy.org/admissions/campus tour. And then from Miss Sarah Ziedzik comes this announcement. She wants everyone to know that Model UN is working on their third straight Best Delegation Award. The last 3 conferences that they've gone to, they've won Best Delegation. There's 2 conferences left, and the second one is Nationals. WA's dynasty continues as they look to three-peat at Nationals. Yeah.
Well, when we come back, we'll have some halftime statistics. Unfortunate, just a score I just happened to pick up. Plainfield boys beat the Woodstock Academy boys 67-58 today.
Wow.
So tough loss for Marty Hart's crew down there in Plainfield today, but they do fall to 2-1 on the season. We'll be back with our halftime statistics in just a moment.
My junior year, I took engineering and architecture, and I discovered an interest that I didn't know was there.
I feel comfortable trying new things here at Woodstock Academy because of all the opportunities my teachers have given me.
At the Woodstock Academy, students are empowered to explore their interests and discover new possibilities. We offer over 230 courses taught by highly qualified faculty, along with numerous activities, distinguished fine arts program, and competitive athletics. Learn more at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
See you there.
See you there.
And we're back with you here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. And Greg Smith, hey, after all those announcements, we got to keep them going. You know, he's got all warmed up. How about some halftime stats?
Well, for Plainfield and Coach John Larange, Megan Yanish has 4 points, Hannah Irons has 4 points, and Megan Hart has 2. Notice who I didn't say in that.
Yeah, okay.
And Woodstock Academy did a really nice job holding Olivia Bissett scoreless in that first half. I would imagine that's what Coach Larange is talking about over there right now. For Woodstock Academy and Coach Will Fleeton, Alexa Pesci with 3, Peyton Saracena with 2, Sadie Susi with 3, and Arissa Boardman 13 points in that first half, including 3 threes and 2 inside buckets.
You know, and she didn't get a lot of time to play in the second quarter, and I think that's because, you know, a big lead. You want to adjust some of your younger players out there, and I really think that's what was going on. That big lead was established.
Yep.
And then you can bring in your younger players and see if they can hold on to it.
Right.
And so far, they've done a good job.
Right, and they've played excellent defense. When Wyndham came in here the other night, Wyndham was aggressive, and Woodstock didn't match that aggressiveness.
And I think Wyndham's quickness kind of caught them.
Right, and out of the chute, they were on their heels. Tonight, they put Plainfield on their heels, not only scoring the first 11 points of the game, but also playing some dynamite defense.
Oh, the defense was great. And like we said, they had a run of 34 points without an opponent scoring on them between the Lyman game of Monday and tonight's opening part. Right. So interesting little statistic there. That's a great run, though, 34-0. And if you're a coach, you're like, I can live with that.
Yep.
You know, it's not going to last forever, and you know it's not, but you'd like to see it last forever.
And when you hold a varsity team to 10 points in a half, you're doing something pretty special defensively.
Yes, you are. There's no question. So the Centaurs will come out with their starting lineup. Arissa Boardman is out there, Alexa Pesci, Caitlin Berlin, Peyton Saracena, Alex Cloutier. All out there for the Centaurs. For the Panthers, it will be Hannah Irons, Megan Hart, Kaylee Belisle, Allison Conger, and Olivia Bissett.
And Plainfield's coming out, and man,
set to go with a fresh 8 minutes up on the clock, and we're underway in the second half. This is Boardman with the basketball, dribbling around the top. Top of the key, bounce pass to Pesci. Boardman flashes in. Conger tried to knock it away. Turn around, no good. Rebound Hart. Can she stay in bounds? And the answer is yes. She throws it up ahead to Belial. Belial going against Saracena over the top of Cloutier. Tried to get it to Conger. Conger's turnaround is no good. Rebound comes down to Peachy. And the Centaurs going the other way. A little bit more movement from the Centaurs here. With the basketball is Saracena, top of the key. Boardman from the free throw line turns and puts it down. No, she has another third quarter like first quarter.
Right.
15 points now for the junior. And a 23-10 lead for Woodstock Academy.
Nice D.
Yeah, Bassett was blocked there by Cloutier. Berlin had a hand in it as well. Irons is jumper, and she puts it down.
And Hannah Irons is leading the Plainfield Panthers with 6 points.
Half of their points, 23-12 in favor of Woodstock Academy as Saracena brings it up the floor. Boardman with the basketball. Bassett picks her up. Ooh, Berlin was not anticipating the handoff, and Bassett picks up the loose ball. Bassett goes to her left, bounce pass down low. Conger against a Boardman, turns right, and look into her face and decide, I guess I gotta get rid of this. Belial, bounce pass back to Conger, blocked by Cloutier, but a foul. Might be Boardman from behind.
Let's see who they call it on.
It's either Boardman or Cloutier, and it is Cloutier.
And what you want to learn from that is don't swat at the shot.
Yep.
Every
Second one
time
on
you swat,
Cloutier.
you get called.
Conger at the free throw line, the 5'8 junior.
First free throws of the game.
Yeah, front side rim, no good. Yeah, we haven't seen many foul calls.
Now, going off of that, Mark, for young players out there, don't swat at the ball. Just put your hand, especially if you got height and length like Cloutier and Boardman do.
Second one goes down. 23-13 in favor of the Centaurs. Berlin with the basketball. That high bounce. Brings it over to the right side. Looks for help. Finds it in Saracena. Look to give it back to Berlin. Has to take it the other way. Goes to the left. Saracena goes to Boardman. Boardman looks to go baseline. Runner, no good. Rimmed in and out. Rebound, Cloutier back up with it, no good. Rebound, Cloutier back up with it and gets it the second time round.
Nice job, Alexa. Tenacity.
25-13 in favor of the Centaurs. Belial goes to Irons, bounce pass to the elbow. That's Hart, goes around Cloutier this time, runs into a few others, has to give it back up to Conger. Bounce pass, got it over, barely, to Belial. Back to the logo. Man defense offered up. That's what Will Fleeton plays, right?
Yep.
At the elbow, inside is Conger. Boardman is on her, back outside. Here's a baseline runner by Belial. Hit the side of the backboard. It's picked up by Boardman. Up ahead, a football pass to Saracena. Managed to save it. Back out to Berlin. To Boardman for three. No, not this time. Bounces out of bounds. Back over to the Panthers.
Now, what Plainfield's doing in their man-to-man defense is they're switching on every screen, much like the boys did forever.
Yes.
It's so hard to get ready for.
This is Hannah Irons with the basketball. Cross court. Over to Belial. Steps inside the arc. Back out to Irons. Irons will dribble through the logo. Picked up by Saracena. Goes over to Belial. Belial left-hand dribble and reach-in foul is called.
Berlin.
Yep, Caitlin Berlin, her first. It'll be Plainfield basketball to the side under the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter.
Actually, they called that on Cloutier.
Did they really? Okay.
That's her third?
Yeah, her third. They surprised me on a couple of calls here. That was a nice block by Cloutier. Came flying through. A little frustration maybe, and made sure that one was not going anywhere near the basket.
Yeah, she got a piece.
A lot of it. A big piece.
Yep.
Belial bounce pass inside to Bassett, who's working her way inside against Berlin. Jumper is front side rim. Rebound came back down to Bassett, forces it back up and gets another foul. That might be on Cloutier again.
I think that one's on Berlin.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe 1-5. Okay, it is 1-5. Her first. Well, that's
third.
A good thing because Cloutier was right there and could have easily been called for it, and that would have been number 4. Bassett at the free throw line. Her first is good.
And that's her first point of the game.
hasn't been looking for her shot a lot either.
No.
And the defense obviously is a piece of that.
Well, on that last set, Berlin was on her, and Peachy was helping.
Second one by Bissett is good. So 25-15 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Saracena from behind. Irons was coming and just took the basketball away.
Now that turnover is going to go to Saracena, but should go to her teammates who weren't paying attention.
Well, that's when they threw it right behind Janusz, picked up by Berlin. Berlin lost the handle on the basketball. Peachy goes to the floor to pick it up, knocked away again by Belial, and we're going the other way. Little sloppy here at this point. Belial dribbles down the floor, tried to get it to Irons, and the ball's knocked away by Berlin. That's a little bit of sloppy play in between. Right. On both sides of the aisle on that one. Timeout called on the floor. 4:07.
Nope,
Mass break. Is it a timeout? Yep, because it is going to the benches. 4:07 left to go in the third. 25-15 in favor of Woodstock Academy.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And let's thank Pat O'Brien for joining us here.
I thought I recognized that voice.
Yes, you do. A former player of yours joining us here is one of our sponsors.
His senior year was right before I joined the coaching staff here. He played for
was
Coach
it before?
Repose.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just before.
That's right.
But I loved watching him play.
Oh, he was good. No question about it.
Oh, yes.
Saracena on the steal off the inbounds pass. Unfortunate. Bounced it off her hip. Picked up there by Bissett, and the Panthers are going the other way. 10-point lead has been safe, but the ball is being a little bit tossed around right now. Belial misses the shot. Hart on the rebound, partially blocked by Berlin, who comes down with the basketball. Gives it up to Peachy. Peachy hounded by Belial. Knocked out of bounds back to the Panthers. And Greg Smith does not agree.
I do not agree. That was a foul.
That shocks me that you do not agree with an official's call, and this is a mask timeout. But that shocks me that you do not agree with an official's call.
Go figure. I've had such a sterling reputation with referees throughout Connecticut.
Especially in our broadcasts. But you know, truly, I think the Centaurs have to settle down here a little bit.
Right, absolutely.
Trying to do things too fast.
Yep. Let's be more deliberate. Let's work on our half-court offense. If we don't have the fast break, pull it out, work on the sets, and see what we can get. Now, the defense, I have zero problem with the way
the defense has been playing
right
very well. It's just been the ball has kind of gotten a little loose there in between, and it's gotten to the point where it disappears. So you really got to bring it back in.
When you've got a 10-point lead halfway through the third quarter, the only way the other team's going to win is if you turn it over.
Correct.
Don't turn it over.
Right, and or if you're taking shots too quickly and not getting offensive rebounds and. There are other ways, obviously, and that's one of them. I mean, there's a few of them, but certainly turning over the ball is the worst. You don't want to turn over the ball. Bissett with the basketball underneath. Tosses it out. Gets it to Belial. Belial against Peachy. Bounce pass to the elbow. That's Janusz. And she traveled with 3 seconds.
On Hart.
Well, it's either on Hart for the three or the travel by Janusz. I thought she traveled, personal opinion.
And 2 3-second calls in the same game.
That's odd.
That's sparkling.
That's odd.
I'm okay with that.
Boardman with the basketball. Did she look at the three? No, she bounced past and the ball was fouled by Janusz, was Berlin. And will they call it a shooting foul? I think they will. Yeah. Should be.
Should be. Janusz is first. Team's first.
And Berlin to the free throw line. Been to the free throw line twice this season. She made one of them so far. And her first one is a little front side of the rim, no good.
Plainfield's second foul in the game.
Yeah, we haven't had many fouls.
No.
It's been pretty clean in that regard. And Berlin's second attempt is up and good. So she keeps that 50% ratio. 26-15 in favor of the Centaurs. Belisle with the basketball against Peachy. Tosses it. Tried to get it to Irons over the top of Saracena. Irons got it. Turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound Saracena. Watch out from behind. Tosses it up ahead. Got away. Nunes got away with the travel. Ball was knocked out of bounds. We go back over to the Centaurs. And coming in for Plainfield is Conger and Nordstrom.
I just got a text from a student saying he liked that quote about my sterling reputation with referees.
Yes. Boardman, no, that was partially blocked by Janisch. Picked up by the Panthers on the loose ball. Actually, blocked. I don't know why I always say partially. It was blocked by Janisch. Bissett with the basketball. Over to Irons. Her three-pointer is no good. Rebound almost had by Nunes. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Plainfield Panthers. Back over to Woodstock Academy. So Peachy will take it out. They get it into Berlin. Back to Peachy.
And it's hard to press Woodstock because you got Peachy that can bring the ball down. Saracena. Even Boardman.
Yeah. Boardman to the lane. That was blocked. Out of bounds, go back over to Woodstock Academy. I think it was Bissett who got a hand on that one. Centaurs ball underneath. They get it over to Berlin over on the left side. This is Alexa Peachy. Back to Berlin, over to Saracena. Boardman looks to go baseline. Bounce pass inside. Back over to Boardman. Blocked. And off the front side, off the back side of the backboard, I should say.
Janisch got a piece.
Bissett with the basketball. Over to Irons against Saracena. That ball was knocked away. Out of bounds. Last touched by Woodstock. I don't know about that one. Yeah, we'll go back over to Plainfield.
Kind of looked to me like Irons might have dribbled that ball off her leg.
Or Saracena may have knocked it off of Irons' leg. I think Irons was the last person to touch it. Bissett with the basketball, trying to lean in against Reynolds, the freshman, and the foul will be called against Reynolds. Yeah, I didn't think you'd like that one. The lean was definitely in there by Bissett. That's the first on Reynolds. Fourth on the Centaurs. Bissett tries to get it in and does to Nordstrom. Back out to Irons. Against Saracena with that right-hand dribble. Tosses it up there, no good. Rebound, fought for, goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Panthers. Back over to the Centaurs.
And Plainfield still staying in that man full court.
It's been somewhat successful when you look at it.
Absolutely.
And when you look at the score, it was 16-4. So it has been an 11-9 lead for Plainfield over the last two quarters.
Right.
So it has disrupted the Centaurs enough, anyway. Reynolds to Saracena as Regan comes back into the ball game. Reynolds and Boardman playing at the same time. I think that's the first time I've seen that tonight. Alexa Peachy with the three. Second three-pointer of the ball game. And a 29-15 lead for Woodstock Academy. Bounce pass inside to Hart. Working her way. Ball is knocked away. A travel violation against Hart.
Good call by the referee. Yes, mark it down. Mark it down that I said that.
Excuse me. I'm a little verklempt after that. With the basketball is Boardman. Bounce pass up ahead. Nunes.
What a pass.
The basket. And that should bring a timeout and does from Plainfield.
That pass by Arissa Boardman was beautiful.
31-15 in favor of the Centaurs.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
31-15 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Mark Allard, Greg Smith along with you on this Wednesday night, halfway through the week. I don't know. I still think I'm on pandemic time because I don't remember what day it is half the time.
No.
And, I try to figure out halfway through the week, but we still have this. No,
Who knows?
We're not halfway through the week.
Nope. I just come here, every morning or sit in front of my computer. Now, the person that was commenting on my sterling reputation, I just checked my phone to see who it was. Doug Newton, super fan. Woodstock Academy super fan. Doug Newton is out there.
Yep, somewhere.
Yep. Thank you, Doug.
So, a minute 28 to go here in the third quarter. 16-point lead for the Centaurs. They're on a 6-0 run. That Peachy three-pointer has reignited the offense. This is Belial with the basketball dribbled off her knee to the ground, and a jump ball will stay with Plainfield after Boardman tied up Belial.
They're getting their hands in the passing lanes. I like what they're doing. Sadie Susie checking back in the game for Alexa Peachy.
Ball underneath. Belial looks to get it in. Bounce pass into Hart. Hart tries to turn. Gives it up as Nunes was right there. Back out to Olivia Bissett. Knocked away by Regan Reynolds. She's got the floor to run. Belial coming up from behind. Puts up the runner. It's good.
And one should be.
No big one, but we'll take the two. That was just one where Regan Reynolds said, I'm going to the hole. I'm going. You're not stopping me. 33-15. That was a high dribble. As a shot by Belial was blocked. Yes, Saracena got a hand on it. Saracena can do that. I don't remember how many she had last year. She had a few blocks, though, for the Centaurs. Ball went out of bounds. It'll go back to the Panthers.
What I'm liking to see from Woodstock tonight is the amount of touches, the hands that are in passing lanes, the amount of times that they're getting just a touch to disrupt Plainfield.
With the basketball is Nordstrom. Against Susie. Dumps it down low to Conger against Boardman. This is Belial again. Belial gets around Saracena, bounce pass into the lane. Conger has to kick it out to Bissett from three, and she hits a three-pointer. You don't give her that much room.
No.
That
and
close.
You knew it was going to happen.
Yep, sooner or later. 33-18. Saracena with the basketball. Final 17 seconds here of the third quarter. Susie's runner is no good. Rebound comes down to Conger. Tied up by Reynolds. And a jump ball called. It will stay with Woodstock Academy.
Excellent job. Susie took that shot just a little bit early. But Woodstock made up for it with the defensive play.
Boardman throws it all the way out to Susie. Final 10 seconds. Saracena to Boardman in the corner. Fakes one way, has to dish it back out. Saracena, bounce pass inside to Boardman. Get taken away by Hart. And that'll end the third quarter of play. We played 3 quarters of basketball here at Woodstock Academy with the Centaurs up on top of Plainfield 33-18.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Connecticut high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Connecticut high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors.
We're all in. We're all in for high school basketball. I think I've been all in for high school basketball for about 4 decades or something like that.
Well, it's beautiful to have the loss that we had last year as far as all the games that didn't get played.
Mostly in the spring, of course.
Right, and then this fall.
Yep.
But it's just so nice to see these kids out there and playing, even if they are wearing masks.
Yeah, that's true. It's an interesting scenario, but they are playing. Belisle with the basketball for the Plainfield Panthers. 33-18 in favor of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Hannah Irons with the basketball to Belisle. Bounce pass inside. That's Hart working down low. Puts it up and got it to fall that time. That was deep under the basket.
Yep.
33-20. Up ahead, here's Regan Reynolds. The freshman hits another.
Running the floor. They got a fast break basket on a made basket. That's when you know you're clicking.
Yep. 35-20. This is Belisle over on the right side against Saracena. Stops, picks up her dribble, has to give it out. Irons' ball was knocked away. Might be a foul on Susie. Sadie reaching in.
They got her with the free hand on the back.
Yep. First one.
Team's
on the
fifth.
Junior guard. Susie gets it into Conger. I mean, not Susie. Irons gets it into Conger. This is Belisle with the basketball. Back to the logo. Bounce pass to the elbow. Hart, 25-on-25. Nunes against Hart. Bassett runs the baseline, and a foul. That might be Saracena.
Yep.
That's the first on Peyton, which is much better than
what
we saw against Wyndham the other day.
Correct.
When she had, 3 in the first half?
Yes.
If I'm correct. Bassett at the free throw line hits the first. Well, she's so far, and I'll see if I can. Well, you jinx better.
Right.
So what is she?
4 for 4.
You're supposed to say she's perfect. 35-22 in favor of the Centaurs. Saracena with the basketball, runs it up the floor, gets it to Boardman. Boardman turns around over Bassett and can't get it to fall. 13 points in the first half, and it's been a struggle in the first quarter. It's been a struggle ever since. They get that ball to go down. Bassett with the basketball. Almost stolen by Reynolds. Bounce pass inside to Hart, and that layup falls.
Here we go.
Well, they couldn't get the layups to fall in the first half.
All right, Plainfield, there's no give up in Plainfield.
Down by 11 now. Reynolds ripped the ball away. It's going to be a foul on the floor. The basket will not count. At 25, I think Hart picked that one up. That should be her first since Plainfield just doesn't have many fouls.
Third one in the game.
I know. It's like everybody's there first. Safe bet. Boardman trying to find someone, and Saracena kicked that one out of bounds.
Boardman threw it right at her feet.
Yeah, and that's all she could do was kick it out of bounds. So go back over to the Panthers. They could come down within 10 here.
Right.
This, like you said, this game not quite over yet. It feels like it's been over, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
Hart with the basketball, goes to the lane, tosses it down low. Conger with the basket. We've got a little run going here for the Panthers. 35-26. 8-2 run to start the half, losing the basketball to Centaurs, but then Plainfield throws it into the arms of Arissa Boardman.
Now settle. Seniors.
Yes.
Settle the team down. Get a good set here.
Well, there's only, one senior on the floor? Saracena?
Well,
Cloutier. Nope, just Saracena. That's the
Boardman,
only senior.
Boardman's had enough playing
She's a junior,
experience.
but you're right. She's an upperclassman. Susie with the basketball. Susie looks to go to the left-hand side of the lane. Turnaround Jay, no good. Rebound comes down to Conger. Chance to cut it to 7. Belisle with the basketball. Back over to Bassett. Bassett almost threw it away. Belisle was right behind her, and she tried to throw it to her right. Hart with the basketball at the elbow, high above her head. Hart turns on it, trying to keep that pivot foot. Bounce pass inside Conger, no good. Rebound, Conger got it back, no good. Foul, ball is on the floor. Jump ball between Reynolds and Hart. It'll go back to the Centaurs. Yep.
And Pesci and Cloutier come back in.
So Plainfield with 2 good opportunities there, just could not convert. Boardman did a nice job once again of just altering the shot.
Right.
Saracena with the basketball. That's Cloutier. Pesci. Runner. No good. Rebound. Pesci back up with it again. Gets this one.
Nice job, Alex. Senior comes in and settles down the team and gets a big bucket.
37-26, 11 points again. Elbow is Conger. Goes to Bissett. Bissett dribbles to the right. Bissett goes in and no good. Conger had a hand on it. Two Centaurs fight for it. Reynolds came down with it out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Centaurs. Reynolds has played a good game. There's no question. Reynolds has played a good game.
Woodstock timeout.
Yep, timeout on the floor.
Haven't seen if it's a full or 30. Believe it's a full.
Nope.
30.
30. We'll take a timeout as well. 37-26. Centaurs up on top of the Panthers.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
Welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. 4.5 to play.
I should have an account at the Centaur Shop.
Yeah, you should. You own everything that's in it.
Blue and gold, everything. I don't have the tie.
You don't have the tie?
I don't have the tie.
You don't have a tie?
They started giving those to first-year teachers.
I have a tie.
All right.
I do.
Mr. Sanford, if you're listening.
I have a tie. I don't wear ties. The left side, Emma Nunes with the basketball. Ellie Nunes, I should say. Take it away. Picked up by the Panthers. Unfortunate. Belial's jumper is short. Rebound, Regan Reynolds once again. 3 Panthers around there. She gets it out of there. Cloutier on the football pass. Kicked away by Bissett. Everybody on the floor. Jump ball call, yes, and it'll go back to the Panthers. Pesci and Belial were tied up on the floor.
Coach Fleeton just called a full timeout. I believe he's going to have a talk about why are we fast breaking.
That one might be a good question, as the saying goes. We'll take another timeout here with an 11-point lead for the Centaurs.
Fresh. That's the thought that goes into everything that Grill 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret serves. Grill 37 takes pride in every step of bringing a delicious meal to your dinner plate. All steaks are certified Angus beef, hand-cut in-house. Grill 37 takes the time to make all of its soups, stocks, sauces, and dressings by hand. Nothing comes from a can, and it's a difference you can taste. It's Grill 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret. Go online to grill37.com or for reservations, call 860-315-5640. Grill 37, just minutes away from the Woodstock Academy and a proud supporter of Centaur Nation.
37-26 in favor of Woodstock Academy over the Plainfield Panthers. 4:18 to play in this ball game.
Woodstock's got to finish, and I know we just had our first game last week.
Yeah,
it's
something like that.
Saying,
yeah.
They're all running together.
Yes, they are. 1-1 the Centaurs.
They've got to learn how to win and close out games, and that's something you learn.
But you don't have a lot of time to learn this season.
No.
You're only playing 10 games. This is game number 3, and 1 game has been canceled, and that was the Wheeler game for next Thursday. So you're only playing 9 games. With the basketball is Bissett from 3. No. Rebound, Reynolds. She's got a bunch of those. We don't keep rebounds. If we did, we'd tell you how many, because she's got a bunch. Pesci with the basketball. This is Saracina. Elbow, Cloutier
nice
underneath.
find.
Reynolds for 2 and a foul. Regan Reynolds. And the foul against the Panthers. Is that Hart? 25?
I believe so.
Yes, that would be her second for
We
Megan
got a
Hart.
timeout.
Or is this a mask break?
Could be.
I think this is a mask break.
The way they're walking.
The way it was looking there. So it gives us a chance to tell you we will be broadcasting again on Friday night, right back here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Unfortunately, no spectators allowed, but we will be here as the Turtle Lot Tigers come to town to take on the Centaurs in another girls' basketball contest. Airtime or game time is 6 o'clock because I do not believe there will be any JV game. So we'll be right here about 5:50, ready to roll.
So I just found out through my sources that
you have sources?
I have sources.
I
have sources.
I thought you do.
You know who's responsible for all of Regan Reynolds' talent?
Who?
Brad Favreau.
Really?
Yep.
That's
Ask
true.
him, he'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I will tell you, she's had a great game tonight.
Yes, she has.
She has played very well.
And she's getting better each time we see her play.
I agree. I mean, she's adding a spark to this team. You know, it was, you know, when you're first looking at a team, you know, Will Fleeton and I were talking. He said, you know, she's only a freshman. I hope she can make the jump from 8th grade to varsity basketball. He doesn't have to worry about that.
No.
She's made the jump.
And she's getting more confident each time she takes the floor. And the players around her, her teammates, are
more confident in her.
More confident in her.
I don't think there's a doubt about that. Free throw attempt here for the freshman and does not get it to go. Rebound comes down to Nordstrom. And back come the Panthers with Bissett with the basketball. 13-point lead for the Centaurs. Here's Hannah Irons for Plainfield. Dribbles around the perimeter, looking for help. Now has to give it up to Bissett. Bissett runs into Saracena. The ball goes kind of out of bounds.
Look at Saracena.
I mean, the ball was almost out of bounds, and I think it was out of bounds. Last touch, do they say, by Saracena? Yes. No.
30-second timeout.
Maybe a 30-second timeout. Well, it was something to that effect. Yeah, it's a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well with the score 39-26 in favor of Woodstock Academy.
My junior year, I took engineering and architecture, and I discovered an interest that I didn't know was there.
I feel comfortable trying new things here at Woodstock Academy because of all the opportunities my teachers have given me.
At the Woodstock Academy, students are empowered to explore their interests and discover new possibilities. We offer over 230 courses taught by highly qualified faculty, along with numerous activities, distinguished fine arts program, and competitive athletics. Learn more at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
See you there.
See you there.
The only bad thing about these night games, I drink a lot of coffee in night games. I'll be up till 3 a.m. this morning.
You learn how to turn it off after a little while from coaching experience.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can go to sleep in a heartbeat.
The same would be said for me.
I can't stay asleep, but...
Well, yeah, it's the only problem. You're up at, you know... I usually see 3:30 or 4 o'clock or something like that. 5-second violation for against the Panthers. So go back over to the Centaurs.
And that was Peyton Saracena guarding Irons on the inbound. That was beautiful.
Saracena will bring the ball up the floor. Over half court. Gets stopped there. Double teamed. Throws it to Reynolds. Reynolds had it knocked away by Hart. Manages to get it back. And a foul.
25 black.
Hart will be her third. So the third foul on the senior forward.
She's got more fouls than the rest of the team.
They've only got 4 in the half. I think, 5 in total maybe?
Right.
Saracena. Bounce pass. Pesci's runner will get the front side of the rim, goes all the way back to the corner where Bissett will track it down for the black and orange of Plainfield. Brings it down the floor. Last 3 minutes of this one. This is Nordstrom. You cannot waste time down by 13 with 3 minutes to play. You got to take shots pretty quickly now. Nordstrom is tied up at top, and a jump ball finally called goes back to the Panthers.
And Pesci doing a nice job on the defensive end.
Conger will come back in for Plainfield. Going out was Nunes for Woodstock Academy. Susie back in, I think, if that's the correct change. Bissett with the basketball to Belial. Throws it into the lane where Conger has to kick it back out. Belial will take it to the logo. Irons reach in, knocked away by Saracena, gets it back. Irons fouled on the play, maybe Reynolds.
How about we call some of the moving screens?
That's Saracena,
Saracena.
Her second.
And one-on-one.
Yep. Seventh on the Centaurs, so Irons to the free throw line, the 5'3" sophomore guard.
What Plainfield's doing is they're setting high screens and hoping to free somebody down the lane. Woodstock's doing a nice job fighting through those screens.
Irons misses the free throw. Ball is still loose. Saracena hops on it and then hops along the baseline, gets it over to Susie. Susie dribbles through the trap, brings it up floor. Reynolds on the run, no good. Little out of control on that one. Belial gets the rebound. Belial over to Bissett from 3, no. Rebound comes down. Nice job. Cloutier battling for that one against 2 Panthers and won the battle.
Nice job, Alexa.
And I think Will Fleeton just called another timeout.
He did.
Wants to talk a little bit.
About fast breaking.
That's probably the case. So is that a full timeout am I hearing over there?
Yes.
Yes, it is, with 2:08 to play, and we'll take a timeout, one of our last ones here, too. We'll be back with more in a moment.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And we got some new bodies out there. Emily Smith for the Panthers. Also out there is, let me see here, Juliana Gallo. Nordstrom remains out there. Pesci's runner is up and good for the Centaurs as we go under the 2-minute mark. 15-point lead, 41-26 for Woodstock Academy. Some other people out there as number 34, Emily Spite is out there, or Spate, I should say.
Regan Reynolds just swatted a shot.
Out of bounds, back over to the Panthers. And Serena Devine is also out there. She's got the basketball now. So a line change, to use the hockey terminology for the Panthers. Here's Emily Smith with the basketball against Saracena. 4 versus 4. Saracena just reached in and grabbed it. Jump ball goes to the Centaurs. Emily Smith kind of held it out looking at the shot, and Peyton said, okay, I can do that. I can grab that.
Sarah Soria Cortillo just came in the game. One of my favorite people. Great student. Just a joy to be around.
This is Saracena with the basketball. Her runner is up and no good. Rebound, she gets her own back. She might have been the first to touch it coming back in. You agree?
Yes.
Soria Cortillo back to Pesci. This is Saracena. Underneath, Cloutier, no good. Rebound comes down. Cortillo just could not quite get it. Came down to Nordstrom for Plainfield. Into the corner. To Gallo. Back underneath. The ball was knocked away. Picked up. Loose ball by Smith. Here's Susie. Took it away from Smith. Up ahead to Pesci. Pesci's runner is no good. Rebound on the floor again. Another no jump ball yet. Should be. Now it is. And it goes back to the Centaurs.
Sadie Susie getting on the floor after the ball.
Absolutely.
You got to love that.
Pesci to take it out. Gets it into Peyton Saracena. Saracena back around the half-court line to Cortillo.
Oh, hit her.
Cloutier, free throw line. Well, I think they basically have said look for shots and don't take one right away. Cortillo with the basketball.
Work the ball.
Saracena inside. That was Cloutier who looked to Pesci. Ball was knocked away. It's picked up by Nordstrom. Final 16 seconds of this ball game. Star of the game, Arissa Boardman.
Yes, sir.
13 points in the first quarter. Kind of got the Centaurs into a position they would never trail. Centaurs only led by less than double digits briefly. And that was in the fourth quarter when the Panthers got it down to 9 on a 35-26 with about 6 minutes to play. Timeout called by the Panthers. It was 35-26 with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to play. And the Centaurs reeled off the next 6 points to get back to 15. So that was the only time that there was really some question marks for the Centaurs tonight. Otherwise, it's been those 13 points, a 12-point lead at the end of one quarter.
Right.
That's tough for a team to rebound from. And it really set the kind of the tone.
And Woodstock has been, you mentioned Boardman's 13 in the first quarter. She's only had 2 since then.
Yep.
But other people have really stepped up. Alexa Pesci with 10.
Yep.
Regan Reynolds with 6.
And a lot of rebounds.
And good defense.
Absolutely. So there was other people we could certainly have chosen, but we look at Orissa Boardman because of the fact of what she did just to get this game started,
right,
and really just set the tone. And it was really over for the most part, except, well, they did get close. You expect a run in there somewhere, and that run did come, but they never really got that close.
Plainfield won the second quarter 6-5, and it's tied in this quarter 8-8. So that first quarter is what sealed the deal.
Oh, it did. It really did seal it from the start. And the jumper won't quite end it because Cloutier gets the rebound off the miss by Gallo. Saraceno will hold on to it, and we've come to the close. Second win in 3 games and second in a row for Woodstock Academy as they defeat the Plainfield Panthers by a score of 41-26. And when we return, we'll have a chat with Orissa Boardman and the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Will Fleeton, when we return right after this.
We saved you a seat. The Woodstock Academy has received a generous gift to replace the seats in our new Center for the Arts on South Campus. We're now selling individual seats to raise money for additional improvements throughout the center, and funds from purchased seats will go directly to this effort. Seats are $200 each and can be purchased in groups, making them a nice option for a family or as gifts. Each seat has the opportunity for custom recognition that will be displayed in the armrest. Each gift is tax deductible, and seats can be dedicated as an individual, couple, or family, for your children, grandchildren, or parents, in memory of a loved one, with the name of your business, organization, or community group, or one of many other options. If you have questions, please contact me, John Sturdivant, at 860-928-6575, extension 1211.
Is it working?
It's working. Now you just got to talk right into it. There you go. How you doing, Orissa?
I'm good.
Orissa Boardman, our star of the game, after scoring 13 points in the first quarter alone and really setting the tone here. That first quarter, was that probably the most you've ever scored in a quarter?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
So what sparked you?
I'm not sure. I mean, in practice a lot, we've been working on our shots, and during the first shot, I was feeling good, and then after that, they just started knocking down, and same for the other girls.
And it's nice when you get 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, isn't it?
Yeah, makes you feel good.
It makes you feel really good, there's no question. But like you said, it wasn't the Orissa Boardman show. It was the Woodstock Academy Centaurs show.
Of course, yeah.
Did you like what you were seeing out there? Because everybody contributed something.
Yeah, the girls, we've been working a lot better as a team lately, and we make sure we were always passing to each other, and it's never anybody's show. We all work together.
And how about Regan Reynolds, only a freshman?
Freshman, I cannot wait until I see her older. She's been doing such a great job. That girl hustles after every single ball, and she's been doing amazing.
She's been doing some really nice things. How nice is it now to be 2-1 on the season after that opening loss to Wyndham?
It's really nice. We started off, the first game, we started off a little rough, but we're definitely been working so much better together, and now that we're getting in a groove, it feels really good.
Did you know you had to score? I mean, you have to be one of those who scores. Alexa Pesci also. Do you guys have to step it up on the scoring end?
I mean, I feel as one of the older girls playing, I feel that's kind of a job we play. But yeah, definitely. And I think that all the girls have been doing a really good job with that. Especially the seniors have been stepping up, of course.
And I'm sure you guys are just very happy just to be out here and playing,
Yeah,
right?
it's really nice. Not being stuck at home has been a weight off our shoulders. Just being here, it's so nice to get a breath of fresh air.
Indeed, no question about that.
With
Congratulations.
the mask on.
With the mask on.
With the mask on, of course.
That's the hard part. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm going to be absolutely honest. Orissa, congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
win. Will Fleeton, the head coach of the Centaurs, right behind her as Will comes on in here. And Will, for the most part, I think that first quarter did kind of set the tone today.
Well, definitely. I don't know what the numbers are, but when you jump out to a big lead like that,
16-4.
I think it matters. And then I think also sometimes it may hurt to be early because it's too early. So then sometimes the kids feel a little more comfortable and get a little out of whack.
It was even for the most part after that.
Yeah,
but you never really let the Panthers get closer than 9. There was one time there in the fourth quarter when they got it down to 9. It could have gotten a little shaky there.
Definitely. We definitely left the opportunity for them to squeeze back in out there. I mean, I think it was there since the flurry in the first quarter. We kind of sat back a little bit. I won't say sat back, but kind of got comfortable and a little bit free with the ball and gave them opportunity to cut it down. And,
was that what those timeouts were, Coach, to tell them that maybe take the foot off the gas a little bit?
Well, it was already
throwing
told.
a ball fast.
It was already
all over the place.
already told. So the timeout was just to reiterate it, to kind of remind that we're kind of in the driver's seat right now. There's no reason to go haywire. We're okay. And then at the same time, the way this season is going, it's fast and we're playing games, but I still feel like that the biggest thing is to have fun, but yet there's still got to be some teaching being done.
Absolutely.
So, but we got to teach in the game, which is a little bit different. Like, we don't have as much preparation, so I feel like you almost got to talk to them every second to try to get some type of lesson out of every possession or every mistake or even every good play.
Right.
Well, you've been teaching Regan Reynolds pretty well.
Yeah, she's playing well. She's been a spark off the bench. She's seems to always bring that energy since day one. I think the team feeds off her too. Like when she enters the game, if you notice, like kind of the bench kind of gets excited because I think they know there's going to be something's about to happen. What that is, we don't know.
And her and McKinnon just get after it defensively.
That's
that's a joy to see.
Obviously, that's what we want to do.
Right.
And those two fit the role pretty well. McKinnon is a defense. I'm glad you see that.
Yes.
She is a defensive, I guess you could say, specialist in a way.
Absolutely.
She's going to come in and bring energy on the defensive end. That's the difference of the two. That's a good way I'm glad you brought that up. It's a good way to term it. Reynolds is going to come in and give us something energy-wise. What that is, it could be offense, it could be defense, it could be rebounding, it could be whatever. McKinnon is going to definitely come in and give us solid energy on the defensive end.
And Arissa really gave you the energy to start. 13 points in the first quarter. That was pretty special.
Yeah, she was pretty hot to start the game. I think a couple other players knocked down a few shots too, which kept her roaming a little bit before they realized that we might want to pay extra attention to her. So she got a couple of very open
threes.
And I think one particularly was on the backside after Peachy hit a three the possession before. So when Peachy caught it, they all ran at her, and we swung it back around, and Rissa's sitting there by herself.
That's the one that was wide open, buried, and only net.
Beautiful.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yep. So I
think Coach Bissett only had 7 points on the night. Your defense on her, whether it was Berlin
Caitlin,
or Susie, they did a nice job on her, keeping her off the board until the second half, and she had 4 free throws and only one basket.
Yep, that's a tout to our defense.
Truly.
We definitely have that on the board downstairs. She's the big threat. And we wanted to try to limit her. I wanted to limit her opportunity. She's a good shooter, so I kind of thought, well, let's not let her take a shot.
Right.
Let's try to take not only guard to make her take a tough shot. Let's see if we can try not to let her take a shot.
True.
And
Do
you
know
did that well.
You know, at one point today, you scored the last 23 points against Lyman, the first 11 against
Tonight.
Plainfield. 34-0 run you guys were on.
Wow. Impressive.
It was pretty good.
See if we can tie that all together into one game. We'll be
that'd be nice.
Pretty
Ready for Turtle Out on
beat,
Friday
right?
for sure, right?
Right. We got to turn the page now. This was a good win. I think the kids needed it. They needed 2 positives, I think, back to back to get this thing rolling. No rest for the weary. We got to go back to the drawing board tomorrow and get ready for Turtle Out.
Sounds good. Will, congratulations.
Good job, Coach.
Great job. Will Fleeton, the head coach of the Woodstock
you, sir.
Academy Centaurs. And how about some final stats from the man himself, Greg Smith?
Here we go. For Plainfield Panthers, they were led by Olivia Bissett, 7. Morgan Yanish had 4. Hannah Irons had 6. Allison Conger had 3. Megan Hart had 6 for 26 points. For Woodstock Academy, they were led by Arissa Boardman's 15 and Alexa Peachy's 10. Peyton Saracena had 2. Regan Reynolds had 6. Sadie Susie had 3. Alexa Cloutier had 2. Caitlin Berlin had 1. And Ellie Nunes had 2.
All right.
41 points.
2-1 on the season now after the win over the Panthers, 41-26. Our next broadcast right back here on Friday night and with the girls again as the Centaurs take on the Turtle Out Tigers. Airtime about 5:50. Oh, no JV on Friday, I do not believe. Just a varsity game, so 6 o'clock will be the varsity start. We'll start it at 5:50. And until then, for Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. 41-26, the Centaurs prevail over the Plainfield Panthers. We'll